I'm Lee Dunahauer, Mr. Imagic. Got a question for you. Have you ever had a friend or an acquaintance perhaps that like to do a lot of practical jokes to the point of driving people around them mad, or maybe they're just self-centered and want to take over in social situations that just drives everybody nuts? And if your answer to that question is yes, question number two is, have you ever wanted a snarky way to get back at them? Well, if you answered yes to both questions, then today's video is for you. So let's take a look and see what we can learn. Now, here's an image of a woman. Now, I have to tell you, as we go through this tutorial, I've already done this once before for a particular individual that I had met that just drove me insane. And I decided that for the video, I was going to use a stock image and change the names to protect myself from a libel suit. So keep that in mind if you decide to employ the strategy I'm about to show you. So, okay, here's our image and opened up in Photoshop. And I have to tell you, this is going to be a two-step process. And the reason for it is, you can find the one thing in Luminar, but not the other. And likewise, you can find the one thing in Photoshop and not the other. And this incorporates both techniques. So first thing that we're going to do here is we're going to duplicate the background layer. And I'll just type Command J. And that didn't seem to happen. Let's see here. Oh, okay. Click on it first, Lee. And then there we go. Now we've got a duplicate layer. And I'm going to rename that Luminar Face. And we're going to go over here to our Photoshop filters where we have Skylum Software, Luminar AI, and we're going to open up Luminar AI, and boy, are we going to have some fun. Hang on, here we go. All right, so there's Luminar open, and let's click on the green button here to get the screen full size. We'll go over here to Edit. And now we're going to come down here to Portrait, which is down here in the bottom and under the word Face. So we'll just click on that. And the first thing we're going to do, let's just slim this up a little bit, shall we? Let's just take our lady friend here and just shrink her face up a little bit. There we go. Just so she looks strange when she sees this. Now, let's go to her eyes. Now, the fun part of this one, this is my favorite. You can change the color of her eyes to all these different colors. You know, for instance, I'd say, what are they, hazel right now? Let's see what they look like as blue. Yes, blue. And let's try another. Let's see if they're brown. Yes, we can make them brown. And let's try green. Yes, we can give her green eyes. But I just want to go really over the top with this lady just to get her back. And my favorite for this one is going to be cat. Let's give her a cat eyes. Boom. There we go. Now, what we want to do at this point is let's just make the eyes bigger. Okay, so I'm going to click on Enlarge Eyes. And make her eyes kind of bug out there. There you go. And we'll give a little eye enhancer. There, we're getting some nice sharpness there. And let's maybe whiten them up a tad. There we go. And iris flare, let's give a little pop there too. We'll bring that up, and there we go. All right, so let's turn this off and see the before. There's before, and here's what we got so far. All right, I kind of like it, don't you? All right, so let's go down to mouth, bring that up. Let's make her lips a little redder, or let's saturate them first of all. Well, I'm just going to pull that all the way up. There we go. And make them a little redder. There we go. And maybe a little darker. There we go. Now, she isn't showing any teeth, so we can't whiten her teeth really. Let's see here. So we got eyes, mouth, and we slimmed her face up, and I'd say that's pretty darn good. Okay, so is there anything else we want to do here? No, I think that'll do it. Let me just take a look. No, that'll do it. So we're going to apply that, and that'll take us back to Photoshop. And we just wait here for a second. And bingo, now we're back in Photoshop, and we've got our own layer. And see, there's our original when we turn off the Luminar face layer. And there's our new bug cat eyes. So now we're going to duplicate this layer in Photoshop. And we're going to call this an neural filter. Now, we're going to go up to Filters, and we're going to choose Neural Filters. There we go. And notice that right away, it puts a selection around her face. We're going to click down here on Beta Filters. Okay? And we're going to go to, trying to remember where it is. Smart Portrait. Okay, we need to turn that on. Boom, there we go. And now comes the really fun part. You ready for it? Okay, and we come down here and we click on Facial Age. And now we're going to make her look older. So I'm going to drag it all the way to max to make it as old as we can get. Watch up here. It takes it a while because it's processing on the web, and then it will give us our result when that gets done spinning. And we're waiting and waiting and waiting. It doesn't really take that long if you got a newer computer. And there we go. What do you think? I love this. I really love this. So we're going to click OK. And we're just going to leave it right there. There are a few other things we could do. We could click here on anger and maybe make her look really angry. Pull that up and see what that does. Oh yes, that's even better still, isn't it? Don't you think that? Okay, let's try. These filters are just too fun to play with, and you could spend all day. Let's thin her hair out. Let's see what that does. And we'll wait for it and we'll see what happens. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We got a little extra left over here on the side and there's too much down here. So I'll just put it back to where it was and at 0 and wait for it to come back. Maybe thin it just a little. Let's see if that helps. Before it starts getting that other stuff in there. There we go. Yeah, that's not bad at all. That's not bad at all. And as you can see, you can change the direction that her face is looking, her head direction here. You can change her gaze, all kinds of things in here. You can change it to surprise, happiness, anger, but I kind of like that. And we're going to click OK. So now, in Photoshop, with the neural filters, it automatically places them on top in a brand new layer. Okay, so if we turn that off, it doesn't seem to make a difference. Okay, turn that off. There we go. So there's our original there. Let's turn off Luminar Face and Neural Filter. So that's what we started with. And we'll click on that, and that's what we end up with. So we've taken this nice young woman, shrunk her face, gave her cat eyes, and what do you think? Is this snarky or not? Okay, let's really go for snarky. So we're going to call this gal Andrea, and her birthday's coming up, and I want to send her a birthday card. So I'm going to get over here and get a text tool, and I'm going to just click right here. And make sure, okay, I got it centered. I got just irregular 130 point. That may be too large, maybe not, but we can fix that in a second. And we'll just type in, whoops, happy birthday. Whoops. There we go. Get a little fast on the keyboard there. I'm just having too much fun. Andrea. We'll call her Andrea. Exclamation. Now, no, we're going to cool the exclamation point. Okay, so we're going to take that layer. We're going to go up here to layer and choose layer style. Let's bevel and emboss that. There we go. Let's see if we can give it a drop shadow. And there we go. I really, really like that. All right. And I'm going to just bring that up there. And then I'm going to take that layer, Happy Birthday, Andrea, and I'm going to just copy it to a new layer. And because that'll contain the bevel, emboss, and drop shadow that I already did. And then I'm going to bring it over here, click over here. And you can already see it's going behind her. So the problem is we don't have it on the top layer. And so we'll just move it up a layer. There we go. Happy birthday, Andrea. And we're going to click in here. Where's my text tool? There we go. All right. And we'll select it. And we're going to type, you don't, whoops, look a day older. Now, is that snarky or what? Okay, and we're just going to bring down the size here. Was it 130? Let's take it down to 72. And let's tighten up the text here. Let me get my text tool again. We'll bring that, oh, for crying out loud. Z. All right, get rid of that layer. I accidentally. Yes, get rid of lorem ipsum. Okay, you don't. There we go. We got our layer selected. Now let's go in. There we go. Boom, and we'll go back here. Space. And back up. And we'll bring this one up. Space. And now, let's see. There we go. We'll just slide it right down into there. Let's give it a different color, shall we? All right, so where's my text tool again? There we go. And there. That should do it. Let's see. There you go. You don't look a day older, Andrea. There we go. Done. And then we just save it out, and we can send her this lovely birthday card. Isn't that sweet? Okay, that's it for today. Hope you enjoyed this, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.